Hello, this is Coach Lydia Knight, and we are ending eating disorders. And freedom is having a peaceful mind. So being in the restrict binge cycle, like the focus on food, the fear around food, there's just so much mental energy that goes into that. Like there are the constant cycling thoughts of, calculating calories, of thinking of what you're going to eat, of keeping track of what is in the fridge and in the pantry, of keeping track of what other people are eating, of all of the cycling, like really obsessive and disturbing thoughts of, judgment and anger at yourself. And like, what if I should have done this, or I could have done this, or I should do this tomorrow, or I've got to start and never do this again. Like, it's so relentless. Like, I remember having a hard time even focusing on what people were saying to me that were right there in front of me, because there was just all of this, what we call in our community, like chatter going constantly in your mind. And to have peace from that, is so nice. Like on the side of freedom, it really is a peaceful mind, because you can use your brain to like think thoughts or do a calculation or decide what you're going to do or create a goal or whatever it is. But your brain doesn't have to be chattering at you all the time. That comes from a series of mental habits that we actually create when we create this disordered problem with food. And on the side of freedom, when you're free of that, and when food is a non-issue, your brain just chills out. It's so great. Just last week, we had a client celebrating with us. She's like, I thought that this eating disorder was a lifetime sentence. And now I know that I can live the rest of my life with like a peaceful mind. And to be able to wake up in the morning and to not think about food, and to go to bed at night and you're not thinking about food, and to be with people or to go to a party or to go out to a restaurant and you're not thinking about food, besides maybe like, oh, I'll order this off the menu. There is this peace in your mind and all of this mental bandwidth and this clarity that comes back to you, where you're like, oh, I have space. I have space in my head. I have space in my mind. I can think about other things. I can focus. I can progress. Like all these things that your brain so beautifully does when it doesn't have this relentless job of just cycling around these thoughts. And it is so beautiful to have that peace in your mind where you can truly have a clarity and a fun and thinking of things that you enjoy instead of things that aren't serving you. And that freedom, that peace in your mind is such a beautiful thing. And for your next step to freedom, go to lifewithlydia.com.